So, hello viewers. I don't know, I'm testing a new streaming service here. So if you are seeing this, do say hello in the chat. Do let me know if you can hear me okay and the sound's okay, and do let me know what platform you're watching on as well. We're going to be streaming to a few different platforms today, so we're trying something new, doing a bit of Gran Turismo Sport. And I have no idea what's going on here. I can't see my stream, I can't see the chat at the moment, so but do say hello and I'm going to see how it works. So I'm going to do some driving this car again. Obviously we drove it for a couple of races yesterday on Facebook, and now we're going to be driving it here on other formats now. So I don't know where the braking points are. Work up over the field, right in the way, lovely. Slowed me up for this race. Working my way on. Oh, I don't know these corners. Damn, got to learn this lap. Let's restart that. I can concentrate more on the racing. We've got some people. Yes. Okay, great. So we've had somebody there. Tyrian can see me and hear me on his PC. Brilliant. Thanks for letting me know. And I'm glad to see the chat's working. I've got a few things going on here, so it's hard to play and concentrate. But once I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. No, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Right, let's just concentrate a bit on the driving for a second, and then this guy's right in the way, isn't he? Scenery here reminds me a lot of Imola. Actually, it's got very much an Imola vibe to it. I think I'd be much more comfortable with this car using the wheel. Oh, somebody's got a description there that says it's Forza Motorsport. Okay, thanks for letting me know. That's from Jorge. Jorge, what website is that on? Just so I know. It's interesting. If you can let me know which website has the wrong description, I'll know how to fix it for next time. Long old laps, these ones, aren't they? I mean, it's a nice circuit. I'd really like the time to get into it, find out. Optimise lap times a little bit and settle in. Well, thanks to new viewers. I can't tell on this new software how many people are watching, but do say hello. And YouTube has wrong description, I've been told. What does it say on YouTube, if people can tell me? What does it say? It should say GT Sport Amateur League. Okay, so wrong game, right title, wrong game shown in description. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that. I'll look into what's causing that. I'll get to the end of this race, and during the replay I'll quickly edit it. That's all. That's something I'll have set up in the software a long time ago, when Forza was new, Forza 6 was new, and I haven't really streamed since. So I'm quite a newbie streamer, so. It's cruising now, aren't we? That's it. Don't know the lap very well. Great to see everybody joining. Hello, welcome to the Team VVV stream. Just a bit of a test stream today on Gran Turismo Sport. I got a little bit wide there. Back end got a bit lively. Little vans. Third lap. Yeah, these leagues have been sort of fun enough. I haven't been so keen on the AI, I've mentioned that repeatedly, but it's something which does seem to come up now and again. Just a bit early there. I just don't know the lie of the land in that corner. It's kind of a downhill braking is always very tricky. Just got to make sure you know where you're putting it, otherwise you just end up flying straight off, and no need for that right now. Got that all wrong, didn't I? Got that all wrong. There's just no extra speed in those slow corners, is there? You've got to just cruise around them very slowly. This is a Porsche. This is a Porsche. See if I can change view, or if I can find the change view button. There it is. Inside the Porsche. And I got to tell you, you know, this is really realistic in its own way. I mean, the only thing they don't have in this game is the forward view cam. It's to be closer to the dashboard like they have in Drive Club. It's a real shame they don't have that, because it really would add a lot to the really would add a lot to the experience to have that Porsche cam in there, to have that forward dash cam, because your eyes never really see the bottom of the steering wheel. You're always looking at, well, you're looking out the window, aren't you? That's where your eyes are. Barely even looking at the speedo half the time. You're looking at what you've got to do, where your next braking point is. That's until you're a racing driver, and then gradually you develop more capacity in terms of what you can look at and understanding more about the car more naturally in terms of, it's such a tricky corner, isn't it? Really, the car gets so light into that corner. Lovely views on the circuit. I also like the reflection on the windscreen, it's nice. And I was looking at the reflection on the windscreen and not at my driving. It just about made the corner. And over the line. Complete that race, and then I'm going to look into the YouTube descriptions while I have a bit of replay on for you guys. Just asking there, do I find the mirror pop away annoying for certain tracks? To me, it's not too bad for me. I suppose I don't even use the mirror half the time. I might use the look back cam, or or I know what's there enough. I just need to know what's there. I can appreciate why they've done it. To have more mirror detail would reduce overall detail on the game, so it's very much a trade-off, until we get more powerful consoles. Now let's just have a look at that description. Thanks for all your comments, by the way. So you can fiddle with the cockpit view a bit. Budley saying there, you can. Let's have a look at what you guys can see. And I can't see how to edit that description. That is, let's see if we can see something in live streaming. So we can here. Okay. We're going to update the stream details, and hopefully that we've got Tanoop in here as well. Oh, it's Tanoop asking me. Hello, Tanoop. How am I finding GT? I'm finding it fun enough. It's a really solid game. It's not broken, has a million issues with it or anything like that. It's just solid. It's good to look at. It's just not got enough one player sort of replay value, if you like. Oh, here we go, gaming. Here we go, Forza Motorsport 6. Let's just change that. That's interesting. Let's change the category. So that should have changed it now. And good. Okay. Oh, well, thanks for your comments here, guys. This is really handy. I've got the YouTube chat and chats from other streaming services as well, and lots of people saying hello. This is great. Okay, so that was a bit of replay there. Replays obviously on the Pro version look amazing because they run at 60 frames, and I love frame rate. Detail's really nice. I mean, it shows you what we're going to get in the next generation of gaming, really. When we have PlayStation 5, all of this stuff's going to look incredible. It really will. 16 teraflops, that's what we want. Nice depth of field effects. Obviously, I'm using a controller here, so my inputs are a little bit heavy. Ideally, I'll go back to the wheel in the next few days. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if you can see here, but that's the Thrustmaster wheel. Very nice. TGT wheel. So that's what I normally use. That's what we're back to in the next few days, bolting that back on again. But I've been playing some non-racing games, so I can see everything everything working there as well. Tatanator says Happy New Year, Alan. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody as well. 2018, my goodness, where do the years go? They fly by. I don't know where they go, goodness. Every year there's so much to look forward to, so much to do, and you just make the best of it. That's the main thing about any year. You know, think about the things you want to achieve and work towards those. You can see the car moving around a lot there, sliding around, lateral slide, but very comfortable in the slide. Very nice. Important to get the braking points right in this particular car. The one thing I noticed in the Porsche was you've really got to brake nice and early, prepare the car for the corner and get a good exit speed. It's all about exit speed. Slow in, fast out. That really maximises your speed in all of these things. When you're playing online as well, it's going to be optimum gear shifts, really understanding what gear you're supposed to be in, how to correctly have your car set up. Now, DJ's just saying that overpriced TGT wheel. It's actually gone down quite a bit. If you looked in the Christmas sales, it is overpriced as a standard wheel, but they're just bringing it down a little bit now. I will say though, in comparison, this tactile transducer on the back, you can see that, which you can't very well because it's a bit dark, but if we turn the light, let's see, there it is, just there. That makes a massive difference, and that difference alone makes it better than any other wheel, okay? And it's an effect of the ground going underneath the car. You feel this sort of bobbling of the ground moving by, the tarmac detail. Very nice, very nice. If you don't have a TGT wheel, what you could do is one of these as well, TSXW wheel. That's got the Sparco rim on it at the moment, which is massive as well. There we are, heavy old wheels. I tell you, it's like doing weights, lifting these around all the time. Who needs to go to the gym when you've got steering wheels? Right, so it's a bit of cruising here, making mistakes and gradually improving. I don't know the circuits very well, so DJ's asking, have I tried any other wheel, direct drive wheel? I've tried a whole bunch of direct drive wheels, and don't get me wrong, I mean the direct drive wheel I tried at CXC Simulations. If you go on the YouTube channel, Team VVV, if you go on the YouTube channel Team VVV, you will see CXC Simulations. I've got a comment here, Deadly Reaper saying, doesn't read my comment because he knows GT sucks. Do you know, it doesn't matter to me what games you guys like or don't like. I don't care if you like iRacing or R-Factor or Project Cars or Wipeout or whatever it is. For me, it's all just racing games. I mean, that's one of the things about me and Martin is, you know, we embrace all racing gaming stuff because we just love cars and going fast. But then ultimately, you've got to be detached. You play them all, and then you have to say, well, which one do we think fundamentally offers the best experience overall? And that's a tricky discussion that we're going to be having in the next few weeks when we have the VVV award. So I was just going back to direct drive though. Direct drive I've used industry standard, so wheels that will break your wrists. If you make a mistake, you've got to let go of the wheel, otherwise they will break your wrists. That adds a new dimension to being in a simulator. When you're in a full simulator, you've got to brake with your back because you need so much weight on the brake pedal. You're pushing all of your weight into a corner. It's a very different experience to pressing a brake with your foot. And that's why some people enjoy the load cell. And the load cell, when set up correctly, does feel fantastic on some brake systems. But I forget the ones that are sort of, I guess you've got your sim experience stuff and stuff like that. It's all very good. Like you say, direct drive if you can afford it. I mean, but you're talking far more expensive than these two wheels combined. I mean, it's a whole different level of detail. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's go through your comments. Quite a few different comments on other section here as well. Being asked if I'll create an esport team, right to Noop here. Team VVV used to be an esport team years ago. If we find a manager who wants to run it, then I guess it's something we could do at some point. But it's a lot of commitment, so it's something that is it's got to be a voluntary passion if you want to get anywhere. Esports is not. It's not as mature a business as everybody likes to make out it is at the moment. It's got a long way to go. So let's just take a look at comments here. Deadly Reaper's waiting for a game that's got everything. I guess the game that gets closest is Project Cars, but it got a bit rushed out, Project Cars 2. They're working on it, fixing it. Apparently it's improved a lot. We're going to look at that again. So what I'm going to do is, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be playing all the racing games released this year with all the update patches, because I think it's fair to say that a lot of games, like Project Cars or Drive Club, or even this game, are having so much sort of added that they're not the same game they were when they were released. So I'm going to go back and play them all, get an opinion. Yeah, Nigel's saying that prefers VV over other racing channels because we enjoy racing games rather than being elitist. Absolutely, you know, I mean, I think that there is this. Listen, you don't have to use, if you want to turn traction control on, turn it on. Some cars are more fun with traction control on. I've got traction control on here because I'm making the streams and it's easier for me sometimes. Sometimes I turn it off, sometimes I just slide around, you know. You don't feel under pressure to just drive from cockpit all the time. If you want to drive from a different view, you know, do what you enjoy doing. And that's why we like all different types of games, you know, whatever it is, whether it's indie games that you've never heard of, or whether it's big budget stuff as well. I mean, some game studios don't like it, don't like us showing their games in a way, because they, you know, whether they're not confident in them or some way, you know, or we're too, you know, we're not bought by people, you know, we just say it as we see it, and that's how you do it. But you're always going to have fans who are going to disagree with you, and they're going to say, I think Gran Turismo is the best game ever made. And I say, well, hold on a minute, there's a few issues, and then they'll say, oh, well, you're saying Gran Turismo isn't the best because you're paid by iRacing. No, I'm not paid by iRacing, you know. So then you get into that sort of nonsense with people. I don't get into all that. I just say, you know what, I play every game and I tell you what I think. Let's move on to the next race. So we did a bit of Porsche yesterday. That's the first time driving a car a bit quicker, a bit more lively. Let's get into the four-wheel drive challenge, and use a Honda NSX 17. And switch by regulation. What have I got to do here? I have no idea what I've got to do here. I've never seen this screen, so I don't know what I'm doing here. Select sheets. What is all this sound? I'm not the one reviewing this, thankfully, so... Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here now. Why can't it just work? Let's go into the other one. Do the Mazda instead. Has anyone seen that screen and knows what to do on that section? Can we use this Mercedes? We can, it just works. Project Cars has a few great feeling cars, and I struggle to go back and forth between this and GT Sport. Absolutely, Tatanator. You know, Project Cars has some cars that handle incredibly well, you know, amazing, and some cars, when I last played it, like the go-karts, for example, were terrible. And yet in an earlier build, the go-karts handled much better. You know, one of my preview builds, I was like, wow, loving the karting. But then the game that's released in the shops is completely different. And then sometimes people say to reviewers, oh, you said this was good. I did, because the version I played was different to what you eventually played. Now, let's see how we get on. Oh, there's no cockpit cam to these. That's interesting. So we're in the big, powerful Vision Merc here. Bruce Wayne's car. This is Bruce Wayne on his day off, going driving, and why not? This is Batman driving now. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Alright. This car has some serious power. Does anyone know what that screen is with the Honda NSX I had earlier? And what I'm supposed to do there? help me. Otherwise I'll just figure it out after the stream. Oops a daisy. Didn't have a braking point then at all. Batman is coming for first place. He's not fighting with his fists, he's fighting with his car. Come on. Don't be a joker. Right. Need a bit of Batman music right now, don't we? But unfortunately I can't play Hans Zimmer doing a car race during a stream. Here and this car slides a lot in that corner, but it handles very well. It's got a very powerful engine, a lot of grunt. So yeah, earlier obviously Tanoop was asking me whether I like GT Sport. Yeah, I mean it's fine for what it is, and graphics are nice, it's very smooth, tracks are nice. It just needs more content at the moment. That's all there is to it. It needs more content, and I know it's coming. But at the same time it's very late, isn't it? You know, I would have liked, and I've said this before in a stream, but I would have liked a version of GT6 just ported directly over to PS4. You know, with improved graphics and resolution. I'd have been happy with that. You know, I had a complete GT experience that you don't get here. I'm not bothered about racing online. I do have online races coming, and I do have online races coming on streams at some point. But you know, online adds all kinds of extra. I find stress and pressure when you're driving, and I don't want that. I just want to drive around. You know, if you bash into a car or you crash into a wall, there's no consequence. It's fine, you know. It's just it's a video game. Whereas in real life, there's always stress and drama. Just a bit late in my braking again there. I've got to concentrate rather than talk. It's always like this when you're sort of learning a circuit, you know, learning a car with a circuit. I've done the circuit before, but should have done second gear there. That wasn't really the one, was it? really learning my own. Just concentrating a little bit more this lap, just to keep it on the straight and narrow, get the race win done. Into the final corner, then one lap to go. With another lap, and we'll look at the replay and then I'll catch up with your comments. I must turn down the traction control, it's a bit restrictive at the moment. Nice view, so I mean I do like these circuits, it has to be said. Slight wrong gear change there, but that's alright. No problem. I don't normally do, you know, I'm not bothered about manual on a controller. On a wheel for me it's much more intuitive using manual gears, whether it's using the paddle shifters or the no, it didn't work. I was trying third instead of second that time, but definitely a second gear. That was that sort of traction control really cutting in a lot there, sort of unbalancing the car, if you like. Well, that was an interesting car to drive. Nice and stable. D-pad to left to adjust traction control from Dave B. Thank you, Dave. I will do that. Let's have a look at the all right, even. Thank you, Dave. I will sort out that traction control. And let's just take a look at some of your comments while I whack on the replay. So Dave's saying you use mileage points to increase rate. Okay, so you're saying that's why I tune my car. Dave's saying just want to tune my car. I don't want to tune my car, I just want to go stock into the race. So it forces you to have to do a tune to actually race the car, which is interesting. Okay, so I've got to use mileage points. Tatanator's talking about there about mileage points and releasing half the game. Yeah, that's what they're doing now, isn't it? You know, release half now, half later. Shiglity Play says he's bored of single player games. Do you know, I was like that. I mean, when I play Star Wars Battlefront, I play online all the time because it's fine. You just go around shooting people, even if you're working as a team. It's fine. You're shooting people. I think I did like a lot of esports years ago, and Team VV took it very seriously. Esports were very serious for me 10 years ago, and it got to a point after quite a few years of competing in various competitions in esports that I had there was so much grief and so much sort of anguish and anger between teams. There was so much rivalry that even within my own team, guys arguing with guys and stuff like that, every day there was an argument, there was grief. And I just said in the end, you know what, I don't need that. I went on iRacing, did a couple of races, and then a guy took me out, and then his friends tried to make out that I was taking him out somehow. And I thought, why am I even dealing with this? Why am I dealing with disputes over a crash on a corner in a game? It's honestly, I'm not bothered. I just want to drive cars. And so that really for me is what kind of kills online racing in that way. You know, it's you need if you're going to do it, you do it seriously. I mean, by all means, you know, if that's what you enjoy out of it, great. But for me, I've done that. If you're going to compete to win, that's something. If you think you can make it to F1 esports champion, do it. If I was practicing, I could probably, give or take, get in the mix. I wouldn't win it, but I'd be in the mix. But I know my limitations in terms of how much practice it takes. It takes so much practice that you're just on a game all the time. You know, obsessing, and you get angry when you're making mistakes. You know, it really becomes more of a chore, a grind, if you like. And Dave Beast is saying that it creates anxiety. It does create anxiety. You don't want to screw up somebody else's race, but it happens. They screw up yours, you screw up theirs. You know, for me, if I go online in a race, like when you see me doing online racing on this, I'm just not going to. I'm going to be careful with my driving for sure, but I'm not going to take it all personally. You just got to get on there and just enjoy it. You know, for me, I'll be looking at other guys just like I look at AI cars, just the same drones going round to me. It makes no difference to me. I don't think you can get too picky over your driving rating in that sense. You know, yes, accidents will happen. Yes, you race clean, as I do here. You know, the majority of overtakes I try to make clean because I'm a clean driver as I see it. But you can't, you know, tippy toe around. You've got to be, whenever you're racing, you've got to be committed. So if you see an opportunity and you think that's it, then you go for it. And in gaming, you can go for moves that you wouldn't do in real life, because in real life you know that your life's on the line, and there could be pain if you crash, whereas in a game it doesn't matter, just slot it up the inside and away you go. So that's my feeling on the difference between online and offline. So I'm cool with what everyone enjoys, don't get me wrong, but I prefer these days to do more retro and offline gaming, just because it's the gaming I find fun, really, rather than sort of negative competition sometimes. So we've got different comments here. A few comments that are appearing. Okay, so I've just had from Ali just some information here on what I need to do on that NSX screen. So I'm going to take a look at the NSX screen, shall we? We'll take a quick look, and then we'll let's crack on for a moment, have a look at that. We'll go back to it, and then we'll go back to this if I'm still lost. Thanks for the help, guys. I appreciate the feedback from you guys in terms of these extra screens. Ali's saying that. Let's just have a look, shall we? Increase power. Where do I find the power level? Let's reduce this down anyway. Increase it now. tiresome to do during a stream. I'll just have to sit here afterwards. Power level to what level though? What level am I supposed to go to? Okay. 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 Well, we got there in the end, didn't we? That was a bit of drama, wasn't it? I'm just trying to figure out. I was adjusting the TCS because I needed to adjust it anyway, and I was. Admittedly, Dave has told me now I can do it on the D-pad, but we'll do it on the D-pad. In the game. I think what was unclear to me there was what power. If it said adjust power level to power level 3, that would have been clearer to me. It just increased power. Increased power to what? That's what I was finding a bit confusing. So let's see how we get on this really boring track. Oh, it feels quite sluggish to drive, given it's such a sporty car. And we're on our way again. Need to brake way earlier for that corner. I do find these races so dull though. Rear end was overtaking me a lot there, wasn't it, on that slow corner? It's not ideal at all. 5 laps to go, yay! I know you guys are loving these streams, never-ending excitement and topical debate. Around now. Working our way around, very exciting. There it is. Another corner. Trying to go a bit later into the corner there, but it didn't work. Really, it's just slow in, faster out, faster, slow in, slow out corner. And there we are. Wasn't that exciting? Goodness me. That was an exciting race. I'm going to force you guys to watch the replay now, because why not? You know you love it. There we are. Level 18. Look at me go. Catching up with other people gradually. They're 3 months ahead of me. So I will play through it all though, because that's what I've got to do. So I've got to go through all the one-player mode, all the arcade tracks, and then I'm going to go online and race all of that. And then when that's done, I'm going to go on Project Cars 2 and do a similar thing, and do the same in Forza Motorsport. You know, done a fair bit of WRC7 and Formula 1 already, and a bit of Redout because I like Redout. It's amazing. And yeah, we got 54 people watching right now. Look at that, amazing. There we go. I'm loving the topical debate and the cruising on this nice oval circuit. So let's look at some of your comments now. We've got Jenka there saying, you know, having a go at traction control. Listen, mate. Anyone can use traction control, on or off. It doesn't matter. There's nothing heroic about turning off traction control. Let's just brush that away now. Traction control is a fun thing that is built into a lot of modern cars, and there was this phase that you have to drive the traction control off. Most of these cars, the real cars, are made and designed to have traction control turned on. And when you drive them, the traction control systems are incredible. But if you manage to drive them at speed, that, you know, effectively they're designed to run that way. Without that, some of them are not very controllable, has to be said. Whereas if you're using an older car with less power, some of them are great without traction control. You can feel the car more, do more with it. So it really depends on the car. You know, modern hypercars, for example, are all designed generally to be used with traction control, and they have all the gizmos on, stability control, you know, everything. You know, but still, when you're driving them, they feel incredible. It has to be said. PSVR, I was hoping that I haven't played it with PSVR yet. I will do at some point. I'll do a video, PSVR video on Gran Turismo one day. So that's going to come at some point. Let's see. What else have we got? Just checking out some of your comments across different services here. And okay, that's good. We're on board now. So let's crack on with the next race. See how we get on with that. Tokyo Expressway. So it's my first time driving this since March 2016. How about that? Goodness. My first time driving this track in almost 2 years. Oh, well, let's see. They're not too difficult to remember, these tracks. I found at the time when I first played the circuit that it was more like a Ridge Racer track than a Gran Turismo track. It lacked detail. I think that's the Brian the gamer asked why I'm not playing, because I'm reading comments. Very difficult to read and drive. I've got several different comment windows open here. Let's see what this track configuration is like. Oh, I haven't done this one. This is new. On this one, it's got that whole Tokyo Highway Battle feel about it. It really does feel like Tokyo Highway Battle. We're coming up to a corner soon. Oh, we have seventh gear, I didn't realise that. And I still was braking too late, okay. Another tight corner. Yeah, this is very Ridge Racer, isn't it? Just needs a bit of Ridge Racer music and away you go right now. Car getting a little bit twitchy there. Anyways, this is a more difficult circuit to remember because it's all so samey. Doing that well here, but has to be said, I'm not really pushing the pedal to the metal at the moment. that one? Okay. That's TCS. Check it out the one. Okay, so it's all about the straight, isn't it? A bit more grunt. Getting a bit better at the traction there this time. Taking that guy, I think this is full speed. This is where the car became a bit unbalanced and a bit leery. Being quite protective from that. Oh, no, I didn't know that corner there. Could have learned that one for next time. It's a bit harder than I was expecting. Buggered the race really. We are gaining, just have to keep on it. Okay, let's see if we can make some progress down this straight this time then, and then not crash on the back part of the circuit, and we'll be making good progress. Shame about the audio in the tunnel, isn't it? As in there is none. I mean, this car, some of these sports cars in tunnels sound amazing, but in this you get a little bit of echo, reverb and very little else. It should be almost a different sound. Quite getting it, you need to get over that hump. Tricky section. I've got to try and learn a bit more about this back part. Making progress gradually. Tried to go way too fast into that corner this time. So got a brake just after the 150 yard board and meter board, whatever it's set up as, and then you'll make that corner, but brake any later and it's not going to happen. So let's get this guy now. Tokyo Highway battle commence. Feels like that on the Dreamcast. So there he goes. Get him. He's right on me. A little bit of lift off oversteer then, but managed to bring it together. Need to get this braking right so we don't lose the race, and then that's another one done. Just after line 50. Still very unbalanced on the way in, so still a couple of meters late with the braking there, but more practice, learning the course. Have a look at that in the replay as well, just for a moment. Okay, so I'm going to have to put some music on my, because I can't play the music in game because of the streaming and all that. So let's take a look at your comments for a minute while the replay's on. And let's see what we have here. Now, I apologise if I haven't responded to your comments. There's a few comments I haven't seen, so I apologise for that. It's something I will sort out on. No, that's all good. So if I haven't seen your comments, apologies about that. We've got Chella saying hello there as well. Hello, and Stevic as well. Hello, and just looking at comments on YouTube. Dave B, because it sounds good in his home theatre. That's good. Love a bit of echo, but you know what I mean. That sound of sports cars in tunnels. It really is an amazing thing. Circuit experience helps a lot to learn these tracks. Circuit experience is everything in online racing. You need to get yourself to a standard whereby you know all the gears, all the corners. So I've learned the track in 3 laps. If I was competing online, I'd probably do 200 or 300 laps, and I'd learn. Not only would I learn, you know, I'd learn all the gears for all the corners. I'd learn different techniques of braking, accelerating, and you know, on Project Gotham Racing, for example, we would use the handbrake to shift up, so that you hit the handbrake and you get a rev, and then you improve your revs all the way through the chain of shifts. And there's lots of little things that were being used to launch your car into corners, and it's every technique you can find. You know, there are got to be 4 different lines for every corner, and you've got to find the one that's optimum for the car you're driving. Ah, right, okay, so that's actually in campaign mode. There's a specific circuit experience option. That's good. I'll definitely look into that. I haven't seen the... I know Lewis Hamilton did a video recently, didn't he? But I haven't seen that video. Right, I'm just going to get a glass of water, guys. Back in a moment. Okay, guys, ready. You've got to rehydrate. You know, it's all this driving. You know, losing bodily fluids while I'm. Oh, I tell you, it's exhausting. All the streaming. You know, this conversational chit chat. You know, I'm just going to be checking comments while I have my mouse gone now. I'll just show you guys what I can see actually. So normally when I'm racing, if I just turn my camera around, so you can see my game screen is here, and I've got my keyboard, which is normally my legs and keyboard there, which is where my steering wheel would normally be, and then on this side you've got your streaming in this screen, and then over here we've got various different chats as well going on as well, which are people relating to the stream. So check I can get you guys back there. That's it. Okay, so now that's that. I'm just going to check my chats. And let's just see what we can see here. That's not there. Okay. So we've got a new Twitch follow as well. We've got a new Twitch follow. How about that? That's good. Not been on Twitch for a long time, so I forget we've even got a Twitch channel. So there we are. See if I can get that sorted, and then I will just on with the racing. Let's check something, guys. so we have a problem with Twitch as well, it's showing the wrong game. Okay, that's fine. Can't deal with that right now. So that's something I will sort out later. Just trying to get set up here, guys, and then so we got here Taz Jeep or NASCAR Heat 1 and 2. Yeah, NASCAR Heat 2's got 2-player mode as well, which is nice and competitive. Let's crack on with some more racing, and then we will see where we are. I've got a few races to finish off, complete the Amateur League, and then after that let's do Brands Hatch now, and then after that I've got a couple of to just finish off in the beginner league, and then that's those two done, and move on to the next league in the next stream. So hopefully I'll do most of the Gran Turismo stuff in the next sort of 2 weeks, and that'll be all done then. Carlos is asking, how can I be so much faster? It's down to the car you're driving, I guess. You know, I mean, you can be driving an eligible car that's not that quick, probably makes it more challenging. Okay, that's a bit late for the braking there. Good old Brands Hatch. Great circuit, so much heritage, retains so much of what made it great in terms of its look and feel. I would never want Formula 1 to come back to the circuit, because they would destroy it. They'd make it all 10 times as wide, and they'd just alter the personality of it. That's a good place to stand, just going under that, before going under that bridge. The speed of the cars they go past really is special. I was standing there, I walked around a lot of the circuit during the British GT last year. Lovely day for it. Don't know what gear I was supposed to be in there, I wasn't looking at the gear. Trees look very cartoony on this track, has to be said. Could have been out of place. Try with the one traction control, see if it makes any difference. Sixth place. Cars are well spread out here, so I have my work cut out if I'm going to win this. Went into that corner completely wrong. So I lost a bit of time. So there's 2 corners where I've lost time on the first lap or so. So if I don't win it, then at least I know there's improvements to be made. The cones on the circuit are a helpful indicator in some cases, just in terms of preparing for apexes. So I hope you've all had a nice New Year, Christmas and New Year break. I'm talking, I should be concentrating, but it's back to work for everybody now, of course, in the New Year. For me, of course, I already am. Doing my VVV work behind the scenes, and my streaming and my editing. It's never ending on YouTube in terms of content, but there's a lot happening this year. It's a lot of racing games that you guys might not be aware of, or even not public yet, and there's going to be some interesting announcements coming, and it's going to be a good year for racing games again this year in terms of the range available. A risky move, but we made it. So we are closing. Good ground up in those last couple of laps. I mean, the alteration in traction control it means it's a bit less invasive in terms of overall acceleration. Obviously, the car is a bit more unbalanced in the slow corner. With Druids going around there smoothly as I would like, as I would say with a wheel. Then I find that when I'm using a wheel I have a lot more sort of control in terms of standard throttle response through the corner, accelerating through the corner. That's the balancing of the car. Catching a bit of grass there. We're in good shape though. Good shape. Just need to concentrate a bit and get past this guy. It's taking a bit longer to close up on him than I expected. Just taking it nice and controlled there rather than pushing too hard. Keeping traction if possible. check out your chat in just a moment, guys. Just finish this race first. Late on my braking there, but never mind. Got a couple of seconds just in the bag. Doesn't matter though, final lap, so oh, move it. Another victory. That's good. That's good. Pedro's come back. He sees no retro Alan. There will be some more retro in a stream coming up. Got another retro game coming up in the next few days. The Porsche Challenge one was fun to do, so I've got another PlayStation 1 game, and I'll probably be doing more retro stuff on the other Team VV channel, the Team VV Games channel. That's my plan, is to do more general gaming, non-racing gaming stuff on there as well. Dave saying using the motion control is good. No, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I will practice with it at some point, maybe. But you know, once I get the wheel on, Taz was saying Road Rage was a bad motorcycle game, probably one of the worst games of 2017. It did look terrible. It did look terrible, and we just sort of skipped that one. We were so busy with other racing games that we were like, do you know what? This game looks so bad. Just cannot be dealing with it right now. But we do look forward to Isle of Man TT coming out next year. I think that's going to be a good one. Just quickly look at some comments here. Carlos saying you have some skills. Thanks, Carlos. I've done a lot of racing around Brands Hatch, so this one's an easier circuit really. It's just the hardest part is looking at conversations, checking everything's working and playing. What racing games are your favourites right now? I'm always keen to know which racing games you guys are liking the most. Let me know. It's just interesting. It's something we're going to talk about more in our awards about popular gaming. Motorcycle Club as well. Yeah, Motorcycle Club was a really bad game, and that was made by Kiloton, who make WRC. So when they took on the WRC license, we thought, oh goodness. But it turns out, really, I don't really know how Motorcycle Club came to be. Suffice to say, it's a terrible bike game. I just wouldn't play it if it's free. There's just no point wasting your life on it. So that's that, unfortunately. Now let's see, what have we got in terms of, I'm just checking here, bear with me viewers, in terms of what we have. Got to just change some info around. Okay, so log in. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys, while I get myself organised here. Let's take a look. we can. I'm just trying to. I haven't used Twitch before, see, properly, and I'm just using Twitch at the moment while you guys look at the replay, trying to figure out how the hell I change. How I change the game. Seems to be saying. For some reason. Seems to think on Twitch I'm streaming Forza Motorsport 6 and I don't know how to change it. Oh well, I'm not streaming that at all. Bear with me, guys. I'll just figure this out. And we'll be ready to go with the next couple of races. Ah, here we are. Just an edit button there that wasn't highlighting. Okay. It's not working. Okay, we've got Biff saying hello. Hello, Biff. There we go. Gran Turismo. No, still not. No, it's refusing to update my Twitch channel. That's a pain. Okay, no, my Twitch channel won't update at the moment. So, oh no, it has now. It has now. We've got one viewer, which is me on Twitch, because we've been streaming as Forza Motorsport 6. Never mind. Right, okay, let's close that. Okay. Let's leave that and get on with some more driving. We will figure this all out eventually, but it will take some time. So let's crack on. So we've got here Taz, bought Project Cars 2, hasn't played it yet. WRC 7, great game too, better than WRC 6 it was. Really enjoyed that. You know, I've had a lot of fun on WRC this year. Of course it's much better on the PC than the console because it's 60 frames per second, but having said that, it's still good fun. We've got Autosport Gaming, been playing F1 2017 and Project Cars 2, that's good. Both good games. I mean, they're all good games really. I mean, that's that done anyway. Have we done all of these? No, we haven't. Oh goodness. Oh, we've got to do that boring course. Audi TT series. Let's do this one for now. And let's do this. Let's do this car, even though it's not the most exciting car to drive, but we get to be Batman, we get to be Bruce Wayne, so why not? We've got 49 people watching right now, 49 people. New Year's Day, Happy New Year to all of you viewers. We've got some other, some comments I've missed here actually. Dave B's being too lazy to move around, he's rigging. I got to tell you, these steering wheels, they weigh a ton. Changing them over all the time is a pain. It's a pain, I tell you. I have to change steering wheels and pedals all the time, and it's a pain. It's heavy lifting, hard graft. Okay, let's just restart that. That's clearly not the braking point for this car. It's completely different to what we were just driving. Out of my way, I'm Batman. Batman coming through. AI car was having a bit of a moment there. But we're working our way up, so just got to settle down a bit. It's been a bit of a scrappy lap, hasn't it? So so slow on the apex. What's he doing? Not the tidiest lap in the world, but okay, let's got to learn those braking points. Okay, second place, 2 laps to catch him. That should be fine. This course is nice and flowing, but it's you know, a different challenge in each car, isn't it? This downhill final corner is actually quite tricky. Very easy to sort of overshoot that. We learn more of these courses as we work our way through. We've got a few more hellos coming in there as well. I'm looking at comments when I shouldn't be. I'll have to concentrate rather than read comments, I think, in this car. Wait till I'm on straights. Uphill hairpin. Too late turning in there. Made a real meal of that. One lap to go, and I'll check out some of your comments. A decent lead for this race. Getting a bit tired, I think, now. Actually been streaming for a few hours on various different formats, but I'm going to finish this race, and then I'm going to have a break. Interesting how much wheel spin this car is getting in 5th gear. Actually, that was a lot of unexpected wheel spin. that's that really. You needed to concentrate a bit more on that race. Very easy to make mistakes with that car. Not the most difficult car to drive, but brake too late, get a gear change wrong, and you can quickly end up spinning round. So let's click next, and just have a look at the replay while I look at some of your comments. And then I think I'll have a break, actually, viewers, after that. But I hope you've all enjoyed the stream today, of course. You know, a bit of New Year's Day streaming. And I've been experimenting with various new software, so I'm going to see if this... got a Happy New Year from Game Buddy here in Brazil. Happy New Year to you guys. Dora saying hello, and Jamie saying join there. I've been asked here, do I ever use Cockpit Cam? I use Cockpit Cam all the time on triple screen gaming and VR gaming. I don't use it so much on single screen gaming. I did on WRC. I do when I make multicam videos because I have my wheel in front of me. One of the issues I've had with Gran Turismo is I know you can move the cockpit, but not enough. I've got a wheel, I drive with a wheel, I don't want another wheel to look at, I want a cockpit wheel. It's just not very authentic. So I'd rather drive from bumper cam on this game because it's more authentic in terms of having a wheel or just general view. You know, why restrict your view? It's not realistic. This whole only being able to see that much, it's not realistic at all. You know, I think someone said to me, you know, Lewis Hamilton drives from behind the car. Why? Because you can see more. What do racing drivers want? They want an advantage, and that's why in esports it should be allowed that guys are playing from any viewpoint. I mean, F1 esports, you have guys playing from T-Cam. You know, that's nonsense. You should be sitting in the car if you're doing a sport. But if you're just playing a game for enjoyment, play from the view that gives you the best advantage or the best view. You know, so I think. Hour and 45 minutes today. It's been a good little run on the game today, working our way through these leagues. Always takes a bit longer with everything else we've got set up, stuff like that, but I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be testing some of those other games that you've mentioned that you're playing, of course. Some of them I streamed already, but I'll definitely be streaming more. Initially streaming console stuff and some retro gaming as well, and then eventually later in the year doing some PC streaming. That's all still to come. But I think that's about it for now, viewers. That's it from me. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you've enjoyed this little Gran Turismo stream today, and there'll be more from me very soon.